How I got started is, I think it began with believing in myself. You have to do that. That's all that you begin and end every day with. If you're an entrepreneur out there, I would talk about like the two P's. You need pride and passion, and you have to begin and end every day with those things. And if you're not feeling those things, then it's really hard to get out of bed in the morning and get to work.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Zach Tolan, aka Vanilla Rice, here with the Rich Off Food Podcast. If this is your first time here watching, we interview restaurant owners, food truck owners, and real food bosses. Today, we are not in Las Vegas. We are in beautiful, sunny San Diego. We're on El Cajon Boulevard, and we got a very special guest. Not only does he have a restaurant, but he also has an amazing, large, mobile beverage business as well. Is that correct?
It is correct. Good old tap
Yeah,
truck, baby.
good old tap truck. We got Corbin from Corbins Q and Tap Truck in the building. Thank you so much, brother, for letting us do this.
Let's do this proper, Mr.
Yeah.
Vanilla Rice. Dude,
Yeah.
that is like the best name I've
I
ever
appreciate
heard.
it. Yeah, when somebody told me at one time, they're like, yo, Vanilla Rice, or they called me Shrimp Shady as well. And so, I just thought I would choose one of the two and grab Vanilla Rice and stuck with it.
Well, I believe in you.
Yeah,
and,
I appreciate you.
instantly. And
Yeah.
dude, thanks for having me. I brought the beard today. And,
Yeah.
and I don't
did.
know.
You combed it out extra today for us, right?
Just this one time. It does
Yeah.
smell like smoke.
That's good.
And beer.
It's authentic.
Per tap truck.
But yeah, per tap truck, per your brand,
Yeah.
and so we're actually in your restaurant right now. We're at Corbin's Q. This is an amazing location, by the way, right on the corner.
Yeah.
Would you consider this college area?
Yeah, we're right here by San Diego State. Man, we have loved serving San Diego State, from football teams to we did Tony Gwynn's jersey retirement.
wow.
We actually did Kawhi Leonard's jersey retirement.
Really?
I'm so honored by hospitality catering, which is our root since 2013. And just taking care of people on the most special days. We do a lot of weddings with Corbin's Q and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, hey, that's a real restaurant owner thing right there. He got to get up. He's got to go. Well, I don't know what that was, but it must be some type of equipment back there that he's got to turn off. That is as authentic as you can get. Look, I'm not interviewing people that go all the time in the world, okay? I'm interviewing, restaurant owners that are in the field all day. I mean, even when we just got here, you were throwing on some tri-tip.
Yeah, hey, we got meat grilling out front.
As we speak.
Opening the shop, because you and I, you can blindfold us.
Yeah.
We're going to open the shop,
Yeah.
and we're going to answer the phone.
Yeah.
We're going to build business
Yep.
and take care of more staff and stuff like that. But it happens. I had the oven on, but sure enough, forgot to turn the timer
The
on.
oven was on. The phone's ringing. This is the real deal. Let's see. Let's see this. Let's see this. Let's see
Oh,
this.
hey, Mom, I can't talk right now. That was just a joke, but shit, that was a real customer.
I thought that was really his mom. No, but that's what it is, I'll even be in the studio or at home, right? And I'm answering phone calls,
Yeah.
and because this is the type of business we run. So what I really like is I love what you got going on, but I want to know how you guys started in food in general. What even sparked your interest, sparked your passion?
How I got started is, I think it began with believing in myself.
Yeah.
And you have to do that. That's all that you begin and end every day with. So if you're an entrepreneur out there, I would talk about the two P's. You need pride and passion, and you have to begin and end every day with those things. And if you're not feeling those things, then it's really hard to get out of bed in the morning and get to work.
Yeah. I agree.
So yeah, dude, if I could elevator history, kind of Corbin's Q, I started welding together my barbecue pits at age 23.
So they're all handmade.
Handmade.
Wow.
Santa Maria style grill, authentic. Since back in the day, we were always doing farmers markets and catering. We didn't start the restaurant until 2017. Restaurant world's such a different world too, and we've made it here all through COVID, and here we are 2024. And then in the meantime, too, me and a buddy, Taylor Steers, that I've known since T-Ball, we started Tap Truck in 2016.
And that's definitely what we want to talk about as well.
Oh, we'll get knee deep in the trenches,
Yeah.
baby.
So it started with pride and passion. Was there somebody that you knew early on that cooked or showed you how to cook or I guess grill, barbecue, whatever you want to call it?
Well, growing up on a ranch in San Luis Obispo area, we were always around Santa Maria style grill, which is
Gotcha.
most known by tri-tip over red oak. And tri-tip, the best tri-tip we make, has 4 ingredients on it. And
I actually saw you seasoning it up back there. Smelled amazing.
no marinade.
Yeah.
Just straight
Yeah.
to the grill, just
Yeah.
like that. We have about a 45-minute steak out there. Hey, maybe in between takes, we'll go flip it.
We'll go. Hey, you might even catch us going out there to flip it. I might even go flip it.
Yeah.
Can I flip it?
Dude, you can flip it. From the moment I met you, Zach, like I could tell, like, man, that guy's number one flipper.
I appreciate it. Yeah, hey, I'm a flipper, bro. You know what we do.
Yeah.
Flipping
shrimp
spatulas,
pimp.
now flipping shrimp and flipping tri-tips.
Yeah.
So that's awesome, man. You know, so you grew up on a farm, and then you had your 2 P's, your pride and your passion, and that's what gets you up every day,
Yeah.
gets you up going. And then, so you started in, you said 2017, the restaurant. But before that, you were doing farmers markets and everything. Were you bringing the smoker with you, or were you just bringing meats hot holding, or how are you doing that?
Just grill and chill, baby.
Just grill and chill,
we were
yeah.
Towing that sucker. I started with a 69 Chevy, just towing. Right behind me. We pull up and just like light a fire. And
I bet that smell got everybody like, who the hell are these guys? Just pulling up with a grill, this big old beard.
That's the experience.
Yeah.
Just like hibachi and
Yeah.
stuff. You're bringing an environment at a show, and then cooking so much more than just visually. Visually is the key, but then past that, like to smell, to listen, to just have that environment, because these things also help us cook. You and I could be over here taking shots of Japanese whiskey, and yet you can hear and know everything going on in your grill off to the side.
Yeah, I've had times where, you know, I'm cooking on my grill and I notice that the fire's out, and you know, the propane might have just got low or something, and I notice it instantly, and it's off the feel and off the hear. You know, I'm not hearing it sizzling as hard. I'm like, oh snap, and everybody's like, how did you do that? It's just the instinct.
Yeah.
You know, just
You
like,
say I'm a fucking unit.
yeah, I'm a savage. You know, I've been doing this for a long time, right?
Yeah.
I love that, bro. You're hilarious. And so once you did that, when were you like, okay, it's time to open a restaurant? Did you like go look for one? Did somebody tell you should go open a restaurant?
Oh man, dude, business. You kind of grow out of the garage at a
Yeah.
certain point.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was definitely time.
So you basically grew out of where you were.
Yeah, grew out of like our commissary and all that.
Gotcha.
And then landed here.
I know all
and was
about
like,
that.
Hey,
Yeah.
I can make some more ends meet, make some more happen, and ultimately I want to bring more people together. Just like, and so these couple of P's, that is all about, you know, pride and passion. My thing with both of my businesses, Corbin's Q and Tap Truck, is it's all about bringing people together for a good time.
Yeah. No, and you definitely can do that with alcohol, and you can definitely do that with food, especially really good food. And that's the kind of vibe I feel when I come in here, is that this is very homey. I mean, like I said, I don't know who you had to like call or break a kneecap to get this location, because this is killer, right? This is like what a lot of restaurant owners dream of, a location right here on the corner on a busy street, even in a college town. So amazing job on that, by the way. I don't know what you did, how you did that, but that is absolutely incredible. So, you know, when you were going into getting a brick and mortar, right, you know, your first thoughts are, you know, you're doing it all from the commissary kitchen, and, you know, you're kind of just bringing it to the farmers markets and everything. What kind of things were you nervous about going into a brick and mortar restaurant?
Dude, overhead.
Yeah.
Overhead is a lot. That's like quite the leap. But at a certain point in business, I would say there's different prestiges. And so understanding and going, whoa, like, hey, it's time to do this. Only you know that. Only you can decide that. You can bounce it off so many friends, mentors.
Correct.
But each and every like decision, from the daily out to, you know, those larger life decisions, you know, all you can do is like, you kind of know it in your heart and soul.
Yeah, you know when it's time to go and it's ready when you're seeing the customer. Because, you know, I've done that before, too. I started in my mom's backyard, and then eventually we got a food truck. And the next thing I realized, like, wow, this is more than what I can handle in this tiny truck. I need to go bigger. And it was ultimately, like you just said, my decision.
You champ and a half. Where'd you start at? Where are you from?
I'm from Vegas, Las Vegas.
God's
Born and
country.
raised.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah. Gotta
Born
get you out
and
there.
raised and still owning, operating in
Yeah.
Vegas?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because everybody says, you know, it's you know, to open a restaurant in Vegas is a lot of chefs' dreams and everything. To Vegas, you know, like places like New York and everything. And so the fact that I'm allowed to do that there is just such a blessing, and I'm super happy where we're at.
Hell yeah.
Do I want to come to San Diego? Hell yeah.
Okay, here's a fun question for you.
Okay.
You enjoy being at that restaurant? or do you enjoy those backyard caters you get to show up at?
I enjoy both, but I enjoy more of the backyard caterings because of like what you just said and what we're going to get into with your tap truck is the experience, seeing people having a great time with your product. And then, even while I'm packing up and taking things out, I can hear them in the back. Like, that was so cool. Oh my goodness. That's what I love about, the backyard caterings and bringing people together.
Yeah.
And so, you had the restaurant for a few years and you decided to do this tap truck. Tell people what the tap truck is.
So tap truck felt like an awesome additive in terms of catering in 2016. I love the business model is its versatility built around a beer truck.
Yeah.
Nothing. If you're a fan of classic cars, you're a fan of tap truck. If you're a fan of like vintage Americana,
Yeah, and this isn't just any type of beer truck. These are all classic vehicles.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, we have panel trucks, pickup trucks. We
They're
have like an
incredible.
old Studebaker. We have VW buses. We just pulled 2 VW buses into Padres Stadium. Guess what Padres just said? They need
They need 2 more.
Petco Park needs 4 trucks at their next event.
Wow.
And that meant the world to me. As there we are, outside of our realm, outside of restaurant, out there catering, and to have people taking photos left and right, and then have the beverage director for Lambeau Field, as well as Petco Park, and then to have the beverage director for Lambeau Field, as well as Petco Park, show up
Yeah.
and just like shake my hand and say, "Hey, Corbin, thanks for caring." That meant the world to me.
Yeah, and it's so funny because like you said, we start off with people in mind, and then when people have you in mind, it's like, wow, it came full circle, right? I'm doing this for people, but then when people appreciate it, that's truly what we're doing. That's what I think. Can you agree?
That's the smile in our heart.
Yeah. It never stops. Do you need to answer the phone, bro?
No, I don't.
Are you sure, bro? I don't want you to miss out on some sales, dog.
Fuck them all, yeah.
I don't want you to miss out on sales, dog.
No, just kidding. In business entrepreneur, I mean, here you go. Like, you can literally see and hear our thoughts.
Yeah.
Hey, we're prioritizing this moment together.
Well, it's so funny, too. Like I said earlier, I've answered phone calls at the beach. I'm with my wife and my daughter. I'm at the beach, and I'm going, Hibachi House, can we help you? Like, they think I'm at the restaurant. Hey, I'm just seeing if my order is this and that. I'm like, yeah, let me see real quick. Let me put you on hold. Put them on hold. I call down to the restaurant, So it's like, it's nonstop,
Yeah.
Do you answer calls at the house or anything? Or you just kind of...
My wife
try not to?
My wife has seen and heard some things as well.
Yeah. No, and that's what it is. It's good to have a great support system, especially because a lot of the hours that we put into these restaurants, I know a lot of friends that I have, they sometimes never even leave the restaurant. Have you ever slept in your restaurant before?
I have not. Maybe I drew that line, but
Yeah.
I feel like I have, though.
Yeah. You feel like you're falling asleep sometimes, right? Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
No.
And then, just like that, someone walks up and, orders another beer.
And you're
like, dang.
Right awake, ready to go. Like, no.
I think my line is like, oh, dude, I was just finishing my nap.
Yeah. Just finished. Glad you came and woke me up. Yeah. Thanks, alarm clock.
Yeah.
I love that. And so now with your tap trucks, right? So they're beverage trucks that are a classic vehicle. You outfit them yourself, or do you have somebody else make them and put all the beer? Basically, how do you build one?
Very carefully.
Yeah. Strategically. I see you broke a bunch of those drill bits.
Dude,
Yeah.
You see me do some things.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, good old tap truck. I mean, it's all about the classic trucks. We have from like a 1921 Buick here in San Diego all the way up to a 1974 Volkswagen bus.
Wow.
And then these all have taps down the side. We can tap craft beers, wines, cider, root beers. So the versatility of us being that simple truck rental for Petco Park is awesome. But then to turn right around and take care of someone's special day for their wedding, it's so awesome. We've built things so much that now we have a full liquor license here at Corbin's Q.
Yeah,
so,
that's not easy to get.
Nah, dude, they cost money and time and 40 notarized.
I was about to say a lot of backgrounds on you. Yeah, I've got friends that have gotten them, and it took years.
Could you get one?
I could. My restaurant's a lot smaller than this. I don't have seating at all.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll get one. Beer and wine's we'll start with that.
Yeah.
Is that how you started, beer and wine, or did you just go straight for full liquor?
Yeah, start off with beer and wine. Gosh, that's for the common world out there. Beer and wine is an $800 asset here in California, and then from there, liquor license is at least 6 figures on up. It's just based on city.
Yeah.
And then obviously Vegas is going to be
Probably
different.
way more.
Yeah.
I haven't even looked into it because I'm not going there yet. You know,
Yeah.
maybe one day we'll get there. But I know that that's a big portion of sales as well. And so, you know, it's a great investment, especially with what you've built with the mobile spot, right? Because, yes, you have the tap trucks, you have your restaurant, but you could kind of use the restaurant as your commissary for the tap trucks. Is that what
Yeah.
you guys do?
Yeah, to be able to help businesses across the different levels um, get out the door, help grow the community as well as take care of our staff. At a certain point, hey, Zach, we might not just be doing it for just ourselves, but to take care of so many more people is very rewarding for us.
Yeah, I agree. I've had employees that, you know, things didn't go as well on the maybe sales side, but, you know, we all know employees get paid first, we get paid last. And so I always made sure they got their salary, right? But that's just how I operate and how I think everyone's supposed to operate. And then it's funny because maybe they'll do me dirty and like quit, or one time the guy stole money from me. And I'm like, you know, I could have fired that guy, but, you know, I made sure that he was always paid, and, you know, I made sure that he was good and taken care of. And hey, did I know he was going to steal money from me? No. But at the time, I was just, you know, had the good integrity to hold that up, you know, with my employees.
I could imagine you sleep well at night.
Some nights.
Yeah, dude, I
Some
feel you
nights.
on that. But I would say, just generally, yeah, I sleep well at night, knowing that like I took care of people.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have a lot of those stories, and I can relate. I think I'd pull my heart out and give it to someone too, given the opportunity. But then there's a certain point in being an entrepreneur that you realize, dang, not everybody has or understands those interests. And then a deeper level, hey, we're all from different backgrounds and we're just
Yeah.
trying to make ends meet. So it definitely tears on our heartstrings as entrepreneurs. But pay,
Yeah.
man,
That's incredibly
taxes,
said, though.
Bro, you do not mess with
Yeah.
those things.
Yeah, that's incredibly said. To have that love for your employees, you know, that's one thing that I see. I mean, I've watched TV shows, right? Like what is that? The Kitchen Nightmares, or the owners yelling at the employees, and it's a very hostile environment. And then the customers see that as well, and that
Yeah.
bleeds into that. And then people don't want to come. You know, I think in a restaurant industry, it's a full circle. It's food, service. What would you add to that? Food, service.
And just a standard hug.
Yeah, standard. I love it. You give a lot of hugs here.
No, well, you gotta ask people if they need a hug
Yeah.
first.
True.
But hey, just a good joke. Yeah, what would I add to that? Hey, that touches the basis. It's just how much more you can amplify that, because that builds off other things, that environment and atmosphere that you can rinse and repeat and just generate more growth, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, it also keeps employees as well, you know, because there's plenty of jobs that they could get, right? But I think that if you give employees a great feeling, and you show them that you care, they'll care for your business as well, for your employee or for your customers as well too. And you know what they say, you know, when the boss is away, the mice will play. And so you can hope that you put a good foundation in their mind of what your company morals are, to where that when you're not here, they can still carry that on.
Them rascals.
Them
Yeah.
rascals, man. that they are.
Might lose a battle or two, but
Yeah.
it's all about winning the war with them.
Yeah, no, I agree. And so with your tap trucks, you started out with one.
Yeah, we started out with one back in 2016, and then we have like 8 to 10 here in San Diego at any different point. Different colors, different varieties and stuff. But we just enjoy doing from those weddings and corporate events down to those private caters.
Yeah.
Heck, we've even done some awesome like big beer fest, Sublime concert that
Wow.
we pulled 4 trucks into. And dude, it's all about pushing yourself in business. I get so excited because I know if I can work hard enough, then at the end of the day, I'm going to get that shake from the beverage director of Petco Park, just saying simple words like, thank you for caring, because that'll carry over for the next like month, that smile in my
That's because you
heart.
take pride in what you do, you know. And then as soon as they give you that handshake, it was worth it all, and it's ready to get up the next day and do it all over again.
Went through 14 kegs in 2 hours. That's like 4,000 cups. It was a shit show.
Whoa.
But yet alone, like
Yeah,
I think we only
incredible.
like
Jeez.
wasted 4 gallons of beer. And that's like an incredible yield in terms
Yeah.
of flipping all those kegs and rolling through it. So, dude, I'm just really proud for that.
Yeah, no, that's incredible. This is an incredible story. It's super fascinating, these tap trucks, that you can kind of just roll them wherever, right? What's the most amount of people you've ever serviced with a tap truck?
Oh my gosh, it would probably be that like Sublime concert. I think there was like 2,000-3,000 people there. But let alone the next level for us was we were actually running a cash bar, and then we were also needed to take care of like staffing for that. We also had to work with different beverage like sponsors and stuff. So that one's pretty big, and that's like all on our shoulders. But then like Petco Park, man, there's like 4,000 or 5,000 people in that square. But that's not as crazy a logistics for me, because it was just making sure that our beer systems were performing versus that change in flow, keeping track of all of our staff and all.
Yeah, no, that's incredible. That's a lot on your shoulders,
Yeah.
because they're not just, it's your restaurant, right? You can just look on a camera and you can see everybody doing their job. When you just said you have 10 trucks out in the field at one time, how do you make sure each one runs properly and operates to your standard?
Prep, hard work. It's so awesome. I mean, so you doing that backyard hibachi event, how do you duplicate yourself, get someone there? Great. Now you're keeping track of all the amount of rice you need to this sauce, to, hey, they're sending them out the door with the ice, let alone is there even gas in the van? Like, dude, all of that factored in with like your insurance and stuff. I would say Tap Truck's a little luckier. Like, do we have enough ice and beer and cups?
Yeah.
Like, Tap Truck's a little luckier.
You got a smaller list, a smaller checklist.
Totally. But then it's like, dang, sending Zach out the door for that, like,
Just pray for the best.
yes,
Pray that you trained properly, and if they mess up, we just fix it and move on, right?
Yeah. Does Zach know like how a single barrel carburetor on a 65 Chevy like might need a little different starting on it? So I think the scarier part for me with Tap Truck is like, who do I trust to drive my trucks?
Yeah, not even pour the beer; it's driving the trucks. Yeah. Wow. So I was thinking the complete opposite. I was thinking, filling up the beer and servicing the customers, but driving the trucks, because these trucks aren't in anything over year 2000.
Dude, yeah, driving a Tap Truck some days, it's like a one-way bombing mission.
Wow. I like that. Yeah, I agree. Because you don't know if you're coming back, man. I had an 87 Mustang, and I felt like that every single day. I'm like, is this going to make it back? Well, at least I can walk back. I got to get to my destination.
Yeah, as long as I get the date home.
Yep.
Like, life is good.
Exactly. Who cares how I got there, right?
Was that your first car?
No, it was my second car. I wanted to get a classic vehicle, and like you said, it was a one-way bomb mission, bro. I never knew if I was going out there. I mean, it was shaky, needed power steering fluid. Most of the time, I was just driving it to AutoZone to get the power steering fluid and then hoping that it came back.
Zach, you missed school again.
Yeah.
Oh, like, dude.
I'm like, well, my car was made before I was made. No, that's incredible. So now with the Tap Trucks, you have 10 out here, and you decided to license out the model. Would you say that's kind of like a franchise model in a sense?
Yeah, 2016 with one truck, 2017 getting a second truck, and then other people hitting us up, hey, we'd love to explore this business model. And so, sure enough, licensing the brand just fell into our laps, and it was about helping make other entrepreneurs grow and build with us as well.
That's incredible.
And so we have over 60 locations now. We've grown, survived COVID there too. A lot more outdoor events. And
I bet COVID was busy as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, and we were building trucks here in San Diego, shipping them out. It's just so cool to help our resume be other people's resumes.
Yeah.
And so cool, cool. We just took care of that Petco Park event, but now you can do it too with your own Tap Truck. Let's do it.
And I love it. I might leave here with a Tap Truck.
Love it when
I might leave here with some barbecue and a Tap Truck.
Yeah.
Because it is very interesting, and it's like you said, one of the hardest parts is driving the truck. But would you say it's a simple model?
Very simple model, because it boils down to catering. Hey, what exactly do you need? Cool. It's from
Wait, do you have any in Las Vegas?
I do. Tap Truck Vegas.
Tap Truck Vegas is cracking or what?
Yeah. When's your birthday?
My birthday, September 20th.
Those are good people.
Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah. You say that for everyone's birthday, don't you?
That's my wife's birthday.
Yeah. The same exact birthday?
Yeah.
Really?
What are you? What model? 1989 model?
I'm more of a 96 model.
96? So young and youthful.
Yeah.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
She's an 89 model.
Got it. Yeah. But hey, like I said, my 87 was great.
Yeah.
I love that.
My first car, for the record, like 1985 Oldsmobile.
And
just
so,
blown out shocks.
yeah. And so have you always had a love for these classic vehicles? Is that kind of why it turned into doing it only out of classic vehicles?
Yeah, because it's what gets people excited. And personally, Tap Truck. Tap was more my business partner. Taylor, always loving his craft beers. And then Truck, me being the classic cars guy. My grandpa actually owned a Cadillac dealership and stuff in San Luis Obispo. So it's always been in my blood, baby.
Wow, I love that because that's definitely what caught my eye when I was looking at your Instagram. I was like, every single one is a cool classic vehicle. My wife's grandpa actually builds classic vehicles, and so that's why another thing that I was like, oh man, I'm showing my wife. I'm like, look, babe, this looks like your grandpa's car, this and that. I'm like, but it has beer coming out of it. She's like, what the hell? That's crazy. And so, let's get into this a little bit. What time? Are we good on time? Yeah.
We always got time.
I know.
when we're
I got
flowing
time.
and
I got
going.
time. Let me
Yeah.
check this. Let me check this real quick.
I'm gonna check meat really.
Yeah, go check that. Can we get some B-roll out there? Can we get some B-roll out there? Flipping the meat? Yeah. Everything good? Or not? Oh, it's all good. Everything good so far? Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir, Papa.
So,
Yeah.
I know in the restaurant industry, margins are, not the best, right? Out of all the business models in the world that you could choose from. But I do know that alcohol, beer is pretty healthy margins. Do you mind talking us a little through, if I was to get a tap truck, what I'd be spending, what type of ROI we'd be getting, et cetera?
Gosh, that's the hard part. Corbin's not the biggest numbers
Gotcha.
guy. He's the experience.
Oh, you could do it with
guy.
normal numbers, bro. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be percentages and divisions and all that.
It's all above my pay grade, Zach.
Where's the guy that knows?
Yeah, yeah, get him on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely very profitable. Some of our better events, and maybe you don't have the upsell of alcohol, but some of our best events are that simple truck rental because all my expenses is like gas and CO2 gas. Ice too. Man, that's pretty inexpensive stuff.
Yeah.
So, favorite events, I've been sitting there at a resort, maybe in the hotel bar, just watching the truck make money right there.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so that's
awesome.
been awesome. But then having the upsell of beer and wine license, having the upsell of hard liquor, being able to take care of the client even better. Yeah, now I've taken that from that sale from a G to a couple G's, 3 G's, so much more than that, just based on what catering is built about. What do you need exactly for your party? Oh, I got you. Here's some options.
And so I love that. You have different options for people, or is it basically this is what you get, this is what we offer, or have you ever customized it?
Oh, it's all about customization.
Gotcha.
Absolutely. It just costs money, but hey, that's kind of what people are looking for when it comes to catering.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have different packages from that rental all the way up to bringing a full bar. And usually people land somewhere in between.
Correct. Yeah, and you've probably seen enough people request certain things to where you've built your packages around what's commonly purchased and what's commonly wanted at parties.
Yeah. Have you ever done barbecue?
Barbecue, like cooked it myself?
Like,
Or ate it?
Someone's asked you to cater a little barbecue, or they just kept you.
No, I just strictly do the hibachi. Yeah, I strictly do that, but I have a lot of friends that I'll, be like, hey, if you want barbecue, here's my guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I've had people hit me up to do weddings, right, for the hibachi. And the next thing I know, guys like, well, can you get the Chivari chairs? I was like, what's a Chivari chair? They're those wedding chairs. Have you ever seen those before? They're the wedding chairs.
I didn't even know those had a name.
What's
the spelling on that?
Chavari. So I had to Google it, right? And so I Googled it, and I'm like, yeah, I can get Chivari chairs. And then he goes, well, can you get me sushi too? Yeah, I can get you sushi. Well, what about like a hula dancer? I sit there, I go, is he hiring me for hibachi or is he hiring me as an event planner?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I like to be open and have customization and let people do, because at the end of the day, it's their party, it's their unforgettable thing that they're always gonna remember. They don't want to be told no.
Exactly. But the hard part is you had to draw the line somewhere.
Well, you have to have some limitations. Right before next thing you know, you've got you're out there in a bikini doing that because they're like, hey, we want you in a bikini, bro. And you're like, I'm not doing that.
What's that check looking like?
Hey, you know what? There's money talks is what he's
There
saying.
are those parties.
Yeah, money talks. Those late night parties. That's incredible. So when you opened the tap truck, you never had the intention of like licensing it out?
No, it fell into our lap, but then it boiled down to being able to take care of other entrepreneurs, and that's just been so rewarding for us. Once you see people grow from one tap truck to 2, 3, more than that, and
Wow.
it's gone international too. We had some people in Australia as
Really?
well as the UK. So
Wow,
we've
down
even
under.
got hit for events in like France and all.
Have you ever done them?
No,
You don't know
but,
how to get it there. You
yeah,
got to figure that part out, right?
Yeah, dude, totally. But it'd be great to launch more there. So our brand model, me being a younger cat, not as young or good looking as you, but I'm just 33, and it's all about growing the brand for the long run.
Oh, so you're in it for the long run.
Yeah, it's just built to last. I mean, long run, and I guess that's a great way to say, hey, here we got some of our own bourbon, our own gin too, and it's just something else to diversify the brand. We also have some other plans for some big stuff, as well as getting out there and telling our story better, because no one tells their story better than like you, Zach. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, just like you. I mean, your story is absolutely incredible. What you've built is incredible. I want to tap in on a few more things. You just mentioned brand. How important is it to, restaurant owners or hospitality or business owners in general to build a brand?
Brands put you in the next league for sure. Hey, I got this hibachi guy. Like, hey, I got this barbecue guy. Everybody has a barbecue guy.
Yeah.
Heck, I think an even better like phraseology is actually like, hey, we have, I think kind of a different, I don't know who that is. That's probably a customer.
Oh, yeah, no, he's probably trying to get some. He probably smelled the tri-tip on the grill.
I think kind of a crazy different experience is going. One more time, I got this. Definitely, I think kind of a crazy different experience here is San Diego. Hey, I got a taco guy. Dude, who doesn't have like 10 taco guys here in San Diego? But then once you go, hey, I got Salud, or I got Casanova fish tacos. That is completely different, and people are buying that. So when it's time to hire Zach, then people know they got their hibachi guy.
Yeah, it's basically about differentiating yourself from the others, and then putting your name with their story, because people buy feelings.
Exactly. So you and I have a certain feeling when we're thinking about burgers and we see like red and yellow.
Yep.
You and I have a
In and
different
out.
feeling
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
it all ties together.
Yeah.
Think about that, or just like close your eyes and think about the different beer like labels you can see. 2 colors and you already know the name that's coming to mind. That's insane.
That's
branding.
pretty powerful. Yeah. No, that's awesome. And that's what I have prided myself on, with the vanilla rice thing, as well as you. I mean, your face inside of here is everywhere. Everywhere. I'm looking at it right now. Where else? Where are you at? Around here. Everywhere. Right
We
there,
have like
there,
the funny movie like ones with my face.
Yeah,
and
those
all.
ones are hilarious. I like them. All that you were there with the Beatles right there. You're in an old Western.
I just did that just because I wanted to bring another smile, another atmosphere, like for people to go, oh yeah, that guy's crazy. I'll watch his Instagrams and. Giggle.
Well, it's recognizable, As soon as I look up, I go, oh, that's him on the Beatles. And that, like you just said, that's just a whole nother layer to, I like this place. I want to eat here. This dude's funny. He's cool. He has a personality.
Yeah, I guess I just can't lose the beard now.
That's what I was saying earlier. Is I think it's stuck. If you shaved it, bro, I don't know what you like. What would you be, the beardless barbecue guy?
It'd just be nobody.
Yeah,
It'd be
the
awesome.
beard holds a lot of power. And smoke.
yeah. This thing has its own environment down here. It has a texture, a different smell outright. Yeah, it holds smoke.
That's incredible. I want to get to this. So you have over 60 licensees on your tap truck. Your restaurant is just killing it. You're amazing. You have great energy. Your social media presence is great. Let everybody know, if you're allowed to say what kind of things you got going on moving forward, and what to expect from Corbin's Q and Tap Truck in the next couple of years.
Tap truck, gosh, we're going to be growing. We have a vision for more expansion as well as getting out there with more branding and stuff like that. Just diversifying our brand. I mean, so tap truck, you'll definitely see that on the horizon. Maybe our own beer label and stuff
that's
like
awesome.
that. So we'll continue to tell the story and just get out there more. And then Corbin's Q. We actually are expanding our bar towards the outside. We want to make this more, those are valuable seats, and we want to expand that to our gorgeous patio outside and just continue to grow, build, bring the community together.
Yeah. That's incredible. So that's what it's all about, right? It's all about bringing community together, expanding your brand, growing the business, and just doing what you love. Those 2 P's, pride and passion.
Rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat, baby. Awesome. Are we good on time? We're good? Keep going? Wrap. All right. Well, I want to say I got one last question. This is the Rich Off Food podcast. What does rich off food mean to you?
Rich off food. I think the word rich is a little more skewed and people want to monetize that, definitely. That's something that everybody thinks is the reward for more happiness in life. But I believe rich off food. So I mentioned rich there. I believe food is about like any nourishment, any environment that's flourishing that. So to me, simply put, rich off food is about bringing people together, and it's about atmosphere. So as long as we're doing that, whether we're sharing drink, whether we're actually sharing grub, breaking bread, all those powerful statements, rich off food is us humans being rich off each other's experience.
That's incredible. Well said, brother. Well, I definitely want to get more tour of the restaurant. I want to check out the tap truck if you can get a little tour of that. I know you're super busy, but I want to say thank you so much for taking your time out of your busy day to sit down and talk with us. I really appreciate it. This is the Rich Off Food Podcast. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.
Zach, thank you so much for having me. And it's just so awesome what you're doing, what Rich for Food is doing, bringing people together and sharing your experience, because there's so many young entrepreneurs out there. And so thank you for that, buddy.
Yeah, you're very welcome, brother. Thank you for having us.
You got it.
Brother.